Tyler, and I'm Stoner.
Who asked?
What can we do for you?
I'd like some information about an arrest you made last night. A young black man by the name of Leon Washington.
Oh, that's our friend with the fresh mouth.
You'll excuse me, I was addressing Detective Tyler.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. It's just my want to be helpful.
Do you have the file over there?
Yeah. Here it is.
What's it doing over there?
No, couldn't resist it. It's such an interesting case.
Well, there isn't much to tell, really. Mr. Washington was part of an illegal gambling operation, which we raided last night. He was part of the catch. That's about it.
That's about it.
I'd like to see him, please.
Oh, I don't think that's a very hot idea, lady.
Why not?
Oh, we've got a very angry young man down there in that tank. I think you should give him some time to cool off. I mean, he's so mad he could be dangerous. He might even do, well, you know, bodily harm, and that wouldn't do.
I don't think that's very likely.
Look, if you're his girlfriend, I have to tell you, you've made an unfortunate choice.
This may come as a rather rude shock to you, Mr.
Stoner.
Right. But I am not his girlfriend. I am his attorney. As a matter of fact, you haven't been too enthusiastic about anything lately. What's the matter? Are things getting too rough down at the Rock Garden?
No, Rock Garden's going great. I tell you, being an owner is the same thing as being a waitress. The only difference is they keep everything except the tips.
You're not... You're not...
I didn't know!
Forsaking all others?
Have you reached a verdict, Miss Bannister?
Yes, I suppose I have.
Wait! Your Honor, I object!
Calvin!
Who are you? I'm a police officer, and I'm here to arrest this woman. On what charge? Grand larceny. She's stolen my heart. Objection! Your Honor, objection!
Restrain that man! Order in the court. Didi Bannister, it is the judgment of this court that you will accept the marriage proposal of Julius Newcomb as the only proper and sensible course in your life. Now say, I will. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
I will.
Mrs. Williams, I told your son exactly what it was all about, and he understood perfectly. No, that money doesn't settle the case. It's just an assurance that he'll show up for trial. Yes, it is terribly important. So if you hear from him, tell him to call me immediately. He has both numbers. Yes, if he doesn't show up, it could be very bad for him. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
You got troubles, huh?
Trouble? Oh, no, my new client, Marcus Williams, may have jumped bail, that's all.
That always makes the case more difficult.
It gets worse. I'm the one who raised his bail.
Didi, that's terrible. How many times have I told you when you tell a joke, hit the punchline? It gets worse. I'm the one who raised bail.
This is no joke. I got a $10,000 bail bond, and if he doesn't show up, I'm the one who has to pay it back.
You're not kidding.
No, I'm not.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. What makes you go and get bail for
Just
this?
a kid, Cliff. It never occurred to me that he'd run out like that. I just hope... Maybe he just spent the night with some friends or something last night. No. No, I had this horrible feeling that he just ran away.
Surprised when you received my invitation.
In a Cracker Jacks box? Where does it say that a lawyer puts a bail for his client?
Cliff, he was desperate. His mother was desperate, and there's just the two of them. His father ran out on him when he was just a kid. And she's sick most of the time, and she doesn't have any Social Security. She won't go on welfare. Marcus is their only source of income.
Yeah, he supports the family by robbing old ladies.
This was his first offense.
This was the first time he was caught, you mean?
Oh, great. Now you sound just like Calvin.
Calvin is not always wrong, Didi.
Cliff, Marcus had already been in jail for almost 2 weeks in that miserable facility out on Walton Island. I thought if he were out on bail, at least he could work until his trial.
So you, having all the money in the world, just wrote out a check for $10,000.
I did nothing of the kind. I went to a bail bondsman.
But you're responsible for that money if he runs out on you, which apparently he has. How you gonna come up with that money, huh? You can't even come up with rent.
Is that a hint, landlord?
Look, Didi, suppose it was his first offense. What did he do? What did he do? Didi, what was the charge?
Attempted robbery and assault.
On a woman 74 years old. And suppose she dies from that assault, huh? What do you have then? You got murder one. A good DA in this town has a very good one. Could make that stick without batting an eyelash.
So you think that Marcus skipped town to avoid trial, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
You think I made a big mistake, don't you?
I think you may spend the first 5 years of your career paying back that big mistake.
I know he's going to show up. He's got to come back.
Certainly hope so, Didi. You got the name of the bail bondsman? Oh, great! You would have to deal with him. I'll give him a call. Good night.
Thanks a lot, Cliff. I think.
Look, if you can't come up with rent this month, don't let it worry you. I'll take it out in legal advice.
Oh, great. You'd be a big loser then. Never mind, it's not important. The important thing is that you're back.
Only came back because I need money, lady. Can't travel without money. I got to travel.
I've already been through today's mail, Marcus, so why don't you just put that thing down?
Any checks in that mail, lady?
You'll only make it worse for yourself.
My problem's gonna be over just as soon as you give me some money so I can blow this town.
You know, you've got one hell of a nerve. You already stuck me with a $10,000 bail bond.
So what's a few more bucks between friends? Walk over some more cash, put on my tab.
Marcus, you've got to give yourself up.
Thanks for the suggestion.
They'll catch you, you know that.
I got friends who'll take care of me. All I got to do is get to them.
If you run away now, you'll be running for the rest of your life.
If I don't run away, I'm good for a nice long stretch. The rent is right, but everything about the deal stinks. So no thank you, lady.
You know, I might be able to work something out with the DA. He's a friend of mine. It might not be so bad for you.
If you don't give me some money right now, you ain't gonna have to worry about paying back no $10,000 or anything else, because you're gonna be one dead lawyer.
A plan of yours isn't going to work. Face it and give yourself up.
I'm not going back to jail. No way. Come on, you're supposed to be one of those smart college ladies. You figured out how to get your hands on that 10 grand. Might have enough brains in that pretty head to figure out how to get some more.
Don't you know anything about the bail bond system? That was not my $10,000.
Whose was it then? The Tooth Fairy?
I went to a bail bondsman. All I had to do was to put up 10% of that money, and I had to borrow that from a friend. But if you skip town, I'll have to pay back the entire amount, and believe me, I'll be paying it back for years.
Yeah, not as many years as they'll put me away for if I don't run away.
You don't know that.
Look, I did mug that lady. That's good for 5 years stretching the joint for sure. Now, don't answer it.
I've got to.
No, you don't.
Now, look, Marcus, I had a date tonight, and my boyfriend is a cop. Now, I was supposed to meet him downstairs right about now. If I don't answer that phone, he's going to worry about me, and he might come up here. Now, you don't want that kind of trouble, now, do you?
All right, answer. Tell him you got to work late.
Scott and Nelson, attorneys at law, Didi Bannister speaking.
My. Don't you sound official this evening?
Hello, Calvin.
Hi.
I called your apartment, but I didn't get any answers, so I figured a legal crusader like yourself was probably burning the midnight oil.
Yes, I am pretty busy right now.
Yeah, well, you know what they say about all work and no play. Listen, why don't you let me drag you away from those briefs and subpoenas and stuff?
I don't think I can make it tonight, Calvin.
Come on, you can even take the picture.
You'll have to buy popcorn, but what could be favorite? I'm very selective when it comes to movies. Yeah, so? The only movie I would even consider seeing tonight is The Beatles' second picture.
The what?
You know, The Beatles' second picture. It's that or nothing, Calvin. Goodbye. There, I think that got rid of him.
Don't jive me, lady. I know you got money. You got lots of money, and I need some of it fast.
Marcus, you're an ingrate. I took your case for almost no fee at all, and I stuck my neck out to get that bail bond for you. And now you tell me that you're going to jump bail and stick me for the money?
It's better than me getting stuck in jail.
And you have the nerve to come here and ask me for more money?
I got to get away. I asked my old lady for the money, but like you said, she's dead broke.
And you'll break her heart if you do this.
Don't talk to me about breaking no hearts. I'm going to break some heads if you don't give me some cash.
Well, where am I going to get it? Here's my purse. Here. Take it. Take everything that's in it. And even if I had money in the bank, which I don't, they're all closed at night, in case you didn't know.
You got as much as the old lady. You better come up with another way. And right now, because I'm not fooling around. Now, you give me some money. What's in this guy?
There's nothing in here but some old papers, some paper clips, some candy.
Open it, let's see.
See, there's nothing in there.
What about those other doors? Open them.
See, there's nothing in there either.
All right, police officer, hold. Come on now, just put that knife down, sonny.
You put the gun down. Do you hear me, cop? I said drop the gun.
All right, we'll make a deal. I'll put the gun down. You put the knife down. And we'll talk about it nice and calm, all right?
Don't put it down, cop. I told you to drop it. On the floor.
Calvin, please.
Yeah, okay. Anything you say, here you go. Now, how's that, huh? All right, now, somebody wants to tell me what's going on here?
He's my client.
Your client. Uh-huh. What's the matter, Sonny? Can't you afford the fee?
Better stop calling me Sonny. Your lady friend's gonna get hurt.
Okay, just take it easy. There's no need for anybody to get hurt. I mean, you two having some sort of legal dispute, I can negotiate it with you, huh? Why don't you just put that thing down and we can talk?
He doesn't want to talk, Calvin. He wants money.
You really a cop?
Yeah, you want to see my badge? It's right here in my wallet with my money.
Toss it to me.
Here it is. That's right. Just hold it right there. Down there. Don't you move. That was some really quick move there, lady. Thank you. 0195, Stoner. Requesting assistance on 800 River Avenue, professional building, suite 1500. No, all I need is one patrolman in a car. That's right. Oh, you all right?
Thanks. And thank you for getting my message.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty clever of you. Second Beatles movie. It's a good thing there was a Beatles fan there, or I didn't know the name of it. Is this punk really a client of yours?
Yeah. I raised his bail, and I guess he thought I was one of those millionaire lawyers.
So you go out of your way to help him, and this is how he repays you, huh? Still feeling compassionate? Oh, come on, it's over, it's all right.
Julius, would you put that down for a minute, please? I want to warn you that I am no more prepared to give you an answer to that question than I was to have lunch with you today.
I have a reason for being insistent, Didi. I have to have an answer soon. You see, I may be leaving Monticello.
After playing against some pretty tall competition, you'd probably think I shower with the deodorant soap. Not anymore.
6400. Charles Schwab, a Bank America company. Member SIPC.
You're leaving Monticello. Why? What's happened?
Well, actually, it's a bit of good luck. I've been offered a position with a prestigious firm in Chicago.
Julius, that's wonderful. I'm really happy for you.
I'll have to give up some of the independence that I've enjoyed here, but in the long run, I'll gain a lot more in money and advancement.
Congratulations. You deserve it. It sounds like a great opportunity.
Well, congratulations are in order. But only if you'll come with me. If you'll say yes to my question.
Julius, I really haven't had a chance to think.
We could have a terrific life together in Chicago. It's a great town, you know? Everything in the world anyone can ask for in the way of opportunities. And the challenges are unlimited.
But this is my home now. This is where I've started to build my career, my partnership with Cliff.
Didi, what did Cliff do before you joined forces? And you can build a bigger career in Chicago. A big city has a bigger crime problem. And they need more and better good lawyers, you know. Don't you see?
Oh, Julius, you do make it sound tempting.
I mean to.
But that's not fair. It was a tough enough question to answer before, and now it's even twice as difficult.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought it would be easy. It all seemed so perfect.
I'm sorry, too. But if you need your answer in a hurry, then the answer has to be no.
Well, I'm not in that much of a hurry. Oh, Didi, I don't want to complicate things when they're really very simple. I love you, that's all.
Oh, Julius, I'm so sorry. I guess I just need more time.
Is it, Well, I haven't actually accepted the position yet. In fact, if you make staying here a condition, then so be it. I'll take you, Didi, not the job.
Nearly as much as I like having clean clothes.
What cycle are we in?
I don't know. I just wait till the little red light goes off.
It's very complicated, isn't it?
Not really. You just put in the quarters.
No, I don't mean the washing machine. I mean the situation between you and Julius. And Calvin.
Well, that's not nearly so complicated as it is complex.
Well, tell me more about your lunch with Julius.
Mitzi, I've told you all there is to tell.
Well, yeah, tell me again, though. I mean, you might have missed something.
Okay. Julius was offered a terrific job by a big law firm in Chicago, and he needed an answer right away as to whether or not I would marry him.
Chicago? Oh, Didi, not Chicago.
What's wrong with Chicago? I hear it's a terrific city. It's very progressive. They even have a woman mayor.
No, you wouldn't like it.
Now, how do you know? Have you ever been to Chicago?
Oh, no. And I don't want to go. Because if I went to Chicago, I might like it, and I would just hate that.
Clarence Darrow once said the very same thing about spinach.
A very wise man.
Oh, Mitzi, you're wonderful.
Thank you. Anyway, Didi, if you went to Chicago, I'd have to find a new roommate. Besides, what would Calvin do?
Well, for one thing, you would simply find a new roommate, and Calvin would have to content himself with his wife. Remember her? The actress? She's in New York doing a play on Broadway.
Well, what did you tell her, Julius? Yes or no?
I told him that I could not possibly go to Chicago. That I spent too much time building my career here, and besides, I like it in Monticello.
All right. So, what did Julius have to say to that?
Well, Julius said that if I married him and didn't want to move to Chicago,
he wouldn't take the job.
Wow, he must love you a lot to make such a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Julius is a very intelligent man, and he's going to be very rich. Oh, Didi, I gotta go. I've got an acting class.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'll finish up here.
I'd really appreciate it. And I promise, next time, I'll do the whole thing all by myself.
Yeah, okay.
See you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, Didi.
Yeah.
You know, you married Julius, you never have to do your own laundry.
Thanks a lot, Mitzi. Besides, I'll have you know I like doing my own laundry, and my own cooking, and my own cleaning, and spending 12 hours a day in the office. I'm today's new woman, and I can do it all. This is my new white blouse.
The brass candlestick holder. Oh, don't cry now. Tears won't help you. We're not impressed.
Oh, but I am. That was very good. What case are you working on?
Oh, well, it's not a case. It's a part in a play. She's more to be pitied than usual. We're doing it at the acting class tonight.
And what role are you playing?
I'm the villain.
Of course.
Well, you don't think it's going to ruin my image, do you? Oh, Didi, I'm in real trouble. I told Mitzi I'd be ready to do this tonight, and with Gavin Wiley's case and everything else, I haven't had time to do anything about it.
Yeah, well, hi-ho, everybody.
Oh, hi-ho.
If you're about to ask me to leave, I am here on business. How you doing, Cliff?
Oh, fine. What's up?
Well,
The brass candlestick holder. Oh, don't cry now. Tears won't help you. We're not impressed.
Oh, but I am. That was very good. What case are you working on?
Oh, well, it's not a case. It's a part in a play. She's more to be pitied than usual. We're doing it at the acting class tonight.
And what role are you playing?
I'm the villain.
Of course.
Well, you don't think it's going to ruin my image, do you? Oh, Didi, I'm in real trouble. I told Mitzi I'd be ready to do this tonight, and with Gavin Wiley's case and everything else, I haven't had time to do anything about it.
Yeah, well, hi-ho, everybody.
Oh, hi-ho.
If you're about to ask me to leave, I am here on business. How you doing, Cliff?
Oh, fine. What's up?
Well, I just thought you might be interested in something that Tyler found out last night.
Great. What is it?
Well, it turns out that Nora Fulton, who is Nicole Kavanaugh's secretary, is an old girlfriend of none other than, ta-da, Mr. Gunther Wagner. Well, I didn't expect anybody to jump up and down, but I thought you'd at least show some mild interest.
Uh-huh. In what?
His mind is on acting classes.
Acting?
Oh, it's wonderful. Really, I'm having a good time here. You ought to try it.
Thanks, but I think one performer in the family is enough. Oh, Star's play opened in New York last night. It turns out it's going to be a hit. As a matter of fact, I have got a copy of the rave review.
Great!
Ah, so.
How about that?
Star's a star. Congratulations.
Let me see that. Wow, New York, Broadway. Star Wilson lives up to her name. Bright young talent. Be seeing a lot of her. Yeah, looks like Star won't be back to Monticello for a while. I guess that solves the problem between you two. Oh, I'm sorry. That was really gauche. Calvin, I apologize. Didi, I think it's time we made an exit.
Is that why you came by here, Calvin, to tell me about your wife's success?
No, Didi. I came by here to ask you about you and Julius. I figured by now you must have made some decision about whether you're going to say yes or no.
Well, Julius is moving to Chicago, so he needed an answer right away.
Chicago, I see.
He got a terrific new job. Lots of prestige, lots of money. But since I don't want to leave Monticello, I had to tell him no.
No? You know, that's
first time, I think, I've been glad to hear you say no.
Well, it's just a rehearsal hall now, but eventually it's going to be a first-rate theater. Just wait and see.
Oh, I do love your...
Let's take it from the page 22. Okay, top of the page.
Beginning with your line or mine?
There's only one line at the top of page 22, and it's mine.
All right, hit it.
Why don't you hold book for us? Well, that means when we need a line or a cue, we ask you. Give it to us, okay?
Sure.
Yeah, I won't need it.
Mitzi, you might. You don't know. Ready? State your name.
Line, please.
Elizabeth Abercrombie.
Don't you know the name of the character you're playing?
Well, yeah, but you asked me so fast, I forgot.
Okay, all right, okay, let's do it. Ready? Again. State your name.
Elizabeth Abercrombie.
Occupation.
Private secretary.
Private secretary to whom?
Mr. Harrison Pettigrew.
Just the deceased, I see.
Yes.
Just how private a secretary were you to Mr. Pettigrew?
Oh, wait a second. I object.
Let me object. There's nothing in the script there that says I object.
No. But any defense attorney worth his fee would object at this point. You are clearly badgering the witness.
I know that, Didi, but I don't write them. I just act them.
Well, why didn't the author do a little research then?
Ask him.
He's dead.
Yes? Oh. Can we get on with this?
Fine.
Right. Just how private a secretary were you to Mr. Pettigrew?
I simply handled his correspondence. That's all.
Do you type?
No.
Do you take shorthand?
No.
I see. Where were you on the night of September the 18th?
At home. In bed.
Alone? Answer the question, Miss Abercrombie.
Alone.
Can you prove that?
Can you prove I wasn't?
It's not up to me to prove it, Miss Abercrombie. You were in love with Mr. Pettigrew, were you not?
Yes.
And on the night of September the 18th, a Thursday, you went to his house for your usual weekly assignation, did you not?
No.
That's too early, Mitzi.
Sorry.
A Thursday, you went to his house for your usual weekly assignation, did you not?
No, I told you.
Don't lie, Miss Abercrombie. You went there and you argued, and in your anger and your passion, you grabbed the brass candlestick in your hand, you raised it above his head, and trembling in anticipation, you struck the fatal blow. Now.
No.
Curtain.
Well, did she kill Mr. Pettigrew or not?
Well, I don't know. You see, we haven't read the third act yet. Oh. I love something. Didi, you want anything?
No thanks.
You want something?
No.
I'll get it.
Didi, thanks for helping us. Appreciate it.
Oh, sure. I enjoyed it. Besides, it took my mind off my own private little drama for a while.
Didi, are you unhappy about your decision not to marry Julius?
No. No, I know I did the right thing. Julius wanted that job in Chicago, and I had to say no.
Well, that is what I call a noble sacrifice.
Well, the truth is, if I had been crazy about Julius, I would have done it.
You would have gone to Chicago with him?
Absolutely not. I would have insisted that he stay here in Monticello.
Didi, you're a tough cookie.
Yeah, well, don't kid yourself. I'm not as tough as you.
Hey, girls! Open up! Open up! Open up, girls! Hide! Cliff, there he is! You guys came to see me.
Brace yourself, Cliff. Brace yourself. We have the most wonderful news in the whole world.
I am going to be a free man! What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Well, it's his story, Cliff. I guess I better let him tell you.
Well, that sounds like a cause for celebration. I'll go get the champagne. We have some left over from the house.
Oh, yeah. Just calm down. Just sit down on the couch and explain to me everything.
So, Calvin, what is all the excitement? What's the story?
We just discovered some new evidence in Gavin's case. You know, the thing is really, if the law is going to accept it, I guess the first hurdle is getting the chief to find it pertinent, you know, but I'll fill you in about those details later. What I want to talk to you about is the fact that I think you did a real fine thing, making it so easy for Julius to take that job in Chicago.
You know, between you and Mitzi telling me how fine and noble I am, I think I'm about ready to sprout wings and a halo.
You know, I don't seem to be able to do anything right with you. You're giving me hell because I just paid you a compliment.
Well, the truth is, Calvin, if I had loved Julius, I would have gone with him. But I don't love Julius. At least not that way.
Could there be somebody else that you love that way?
Yeah. Yeah, there is. There's this guy with a funny little smile and big brown eyes and a crazy sense of humor. And he's kind of cute and he's kind of sexy and he's very warm and he's very gentle and he's married.
Oh, Didi, what are you saying?
Oh, Calvin, don't you know that I love you?
He's getting the keys to the theater today. Terrific. We'll have a party then. On stage, of course. We'll bring candles or a flashlight. Look, Mitzi, I will go get fireflies and put them in a jar. Has he mentioned anything about who's going to cast in the first production yet? Well, I mean, I know that's part of the agreement, but no, I can't. Oh, you know me when it comes to hammers and nails. They call me Thumbs Nelson. No, I can't. Don't start. Come on, don't start. Don't. All right, I'll think about it, okay? I'll see you at Sid's tonight. You working? Well, good. That means I won't have to pay. That was a joke, Mitzi. Yeah, bye. Did you hear that?
In this gigantic office? How could I?
Terrific. It's true. He's signing the papers with Sky Whitney. We are going to have a theater.
We?
Well, yeah, he hasn't officially announced the opening of the theater group, but I'm sure he will.
And you're just assuming that you will be a part of it?
Yeah, after all I went through last time, you betcha.
And you didn't learn your lesson the last time?
Well, that stuff about Raven, that won't happen again. All that crazy scam business, never.
You know what's even crazier? The idea of your playing Cliff Barrymore again.
Didi, you have never seen me act. There's no reason at all why I can't be the next Barrymore or less.
Cliff, do you remember what happened to your law practice the last time you got involved in show business?
I know, I let it slide a little.
Oh, I'll say you let it slide right on into the...
Didi, look at this, huh? Look at that. It's the decision on the Harris case in my favor. Now, that is going to pay rent for a few months. And I got 3 corporate clients while I was in Chicago. You know, it is summertime outside. There's a recession going on. This is always a slow time. Don't worry about it, all right? Didi, I'll be careful. Besides, there's not going to be much acting going on in that theater anyway for a while.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Well, one of the conditions of the lease is that Jim has to renovate the theater. Now, that is going to take a lot of hard work.
Then I don't have to worry. You definitely won't get involved.
That's cruel. It's untrue. It's uncalled for. Just for that, you can take me to lunch.
Wrong.
Oh, why not?
Because Calvin is coming by.
Oh.
Oh, he wants to talk to me about one of my clients.
Oh, of course. This is just purely a business meeting.
Yes, this is a business meeting.
Well, that's good, because then it doesn't matter.
What doesn't matter?
Well, it doesn't matter about your hair, Didi.
What about my hair?
Well, your hair, it's all messed up.
Cliff!
All right, hold it right there, Sonny.
And you know, you don't look at all like my old man.
Put it back.
It was just candy.
Put it back, and then take the change out of your pocket. Put it back in the drawer.
And what change?
The money you just took out of the drawer, man. I'm not going to tell you twice.
Yeah, and who are you, the house detective? I thought they only had those in hotels.
You're close enough. I'm a cop, Detective Monticello PD. Now, does that help you change your mind?
Well, I think I have to go now. Oh, yeah, the change. And here you are, my good man. You buy yourself a rubber hose.
You aren't going anywhere.
Man, it was only a joke.
Yeah. Try laughing at this. Assume the position.
Hit it! Come on, you've done it before.
Calvin, what are you doing?
You know, you really ought to keep your door locked. There are lots of sneak thieves all over this building.
Yeah, you hear that, Didi?
You know him?
I am no thief, officer. I'm her brother.
As a matter of fact, Calvin, he's both.
Well, I was just looking for some paper, that's all. See, I wanted to leave my sister a note telling her I came by to see her.
I see. Well, I hope the problem with your vision is nothing permanent, Troy, since the pad's been sitting right on top of the desk the entire time.
What do you know about that? Yeah, you know, it's funny, isn't it, the way something can be right in front of your eyes the whole time and you can't see it.
Yeah, funny, isn't it?
I take it Didi didn't know that you were coming by here today.
You know, you got my letter, didn't you?
Yes, I got your letter. I knew you were getting out of... I knew that you were coming to see me, but you didn't mention the exact day.
Then I will mention it now. It's today.
Yeah, well, look, Didi, since obviously you're busy, why don't we postpone our meeting till some other time, okay?
Yes, Calvin, maybe we should.
Oh, look, Nancy, I hate for you to leave on my account. Detective Stoner, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
well,
right.
It was nice meeting you anyway. You know, this is the first time I ever got frisked by a cop and then shook his hand.
Yeah. Well, I'll, see you later.
Yeah, goodbye, Calvin. Well, congratulations. You almost pulled off the neatest trick of the week. Getting yourself arrested the day after you get yourself released.
Well, is he your boyfriend, Didi?
No, he is not my boyfriend. He is a police officer, and he was here to see me about a client. And it's a good thing he's a very, very nice man, because you might have ended up being one of my clients, too.
Wait, you once said you can't handle your own brother's cases.
And it's a good thing, too, because I like innocent defendants.
You wouldn't handle a case of mine no matter what, Didi, since you don't care that much about what happens to me.
Troy, don't say that because it isn't true, and you know it's not fair.
If you haven't seen me in over a year, and what kind of reception do I get? I get frisked by that cop friend of yours and put down by you. But, you know, maybe I should have just stayed away.
Well, maybe you should have. Troy! Troy, I'm sorry. You know I'm glad to see you.
Didi, I didn't have anywhere else to go but here. Look, I had to get out of that place.
I'm glad you're here. And like I told you in my letter, I'm going to do everything that I can to help you. But Troy, you've got to help me too, okay? Now, will you please try a little harder this time? Now look, before you say yes, make sure that you mean it. Look, Troy, will you try to make an honest living for a change? Oh, Troy.
Hello, Didi. Look, I am sorry if I kept you waiting.
That's okay. I had lots to keep me busy. Now, what is it that you wanted to talk to me about, Calvin?
Well, I've been curious about a couple of things. They have to do with your brother, Troy.
Why the interest about my brother, Calvin? He's paid his dues. He's out of prison now. He's looking for a job, not trouble. And the less interest that a cop has in him, the better.
Hey, look. I didn't come here to start any trouble. As a matter of fact, I came to try and help prevent it for his sake as well as yours.
Well, don't worry about him. He will be just fine.
Yeah, well, that may be, Didi, but from what I observed in this office the other day...
No, wait a second. Just because you saw him going through my desk does not mean he is John Dillinger.
Hey, I never said that. Come on, calm down. Why are you so defensive about Troy? I'm here because I want to help him, not drag him down.
I'm sorry, Calvin, you're right. I am defensive about Troy. I'm worried about him. I love him, and I would do anything in the world to help him. But I just don't know what to do to straighten him out.
Yeah, well, the decision really is going to have to be his own. I mean, with some support, he'll probably work out okay.
I can't do it by myself, Calvin. I've got my own life. I cannot watch him every minute of every day.
Yeah, well, see, that's where I come in. I figured that maybe I could sort of, you know, keep an eye out for him. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how, but at least I could try.
You mean you would do that for my brother? Thanks, Calvin. I would be very grateful.
Yeah? Grateful enough to have dinner with me sometime?
Look, Calvin, don't try to bargain with me, all right? Don't put a price tag on a very nice gesture.
Didi, it was just a friendly invitation.
Calvin, you know why I can't see you socially. Your wife is coming home soon, isn't she?
Didi, wait, look. I came here to say something. I want you to know that, in spite of everything, Didi, I still love you very much. Oh. Don't respond. Just promise me you'll remember that, okay?
Hi, sis. Officer.
Hi, Troy.
Hi, Troy.
I thought I'd drop in, just checking in, you know? Hey,
Yeah.
look, don't let me scare you off.
No, I was just leaving.
Goodbye, Calvin.
Yeah, so long, Didi.
So long, man.
Yeah, take it easy.
You know, he's all right for a cop.
Yeah. So, what's going on with you? What's happening?
Good things, Didi. And you are going to be one happy lady.
Yeah, well, don't keep me in suspense.
You see before you a working man that got a job.
Oh, Troy, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Doing what?
No, it's just sort of a gopher, and a friend of mine got it for me, but it's going to work out just fine. And no more worrying from now on.
That's great. Oh, that is great.
Say, Didi, that, cop, Stoner, that just left,
Yeah, what about him?
well, he does seem to hang around here a lot, doesn't he? I mean, there ain't nothing going on between you.
Listen, little brother, that is strictly a business relationship, okay? He's married.
Who is it?
It's Beth.
Just a minute.
Yes, Beth?
I'm sorry, Calvin, to disturb you, but I really... Come on in, Beth.
Calvin.
Now we're gonna have to do it again.
Nobody told me it was... Nobody told me that was supposed to happen. Nobody told me that was supposed
Sorry, Mariann.
I don't know, Calvin. It's been going on for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, maybe longer. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't even remember a time when I didn't feel like this.
Just tell me.
I don't think I can.
Try.
Well, I wake up in the morning and everything is fine. And then as the day goes on, everything starts to change. People that I've known for a long time, suddenly they seem like strangers.
Didi.
Calvin, I know what that sounds like, but you wanted to hear this. No, Cliff and Marty. It wasn't so bad at first, but then I began to suspect that they were making fun of me behind my back.
Didi, they wouldn't just...
Calvin! And then I realized that whatever it was that they were up to, it wasn't fun. They were spying on me, Calvin. They are spying on me. They're just waiting for me to make a slip.
Now, what kind of slip?
Calvin, I don't know. I'm not a mind reader. But it's not just them anymore. It's everybody in this building. They're in the lobbies and in the hallways, those little subtle looks and those little sly, knowing glances everywhere I turn. Well, Calvin, don't look at me like that.
Didi, I am just trying to understand what is happening here.
That's because you don't believe me.
Baby, do you remember how you started this conversation?
What do you mean?
You started this conversation by saying there was something wrong with you, and you ended it up by saying there's something wrong with everybody else. Now, this is not the Didi that I know and love.
Calvin, why didn't you tell me that your divorce from Star was final?
Oh, please, Didi, we've been through all that. Look, you and I are together, and I am happier than I have ever been in my life.
Calvin, you lied to me then, and you might be lying to me now.
Oh, please, Didi, listen to yourself. This doesn't make any sense.
Calvin, can I trust you?
Yes.
Oh, God, I hope so, because if I can't, I don't know who I can trust.
Didn't mean to startle you, Miss Bannister.
Isn't Marty out there?
Nope.
Where's Cliff?
I don't know.
How long have you been watching me?
Not long.
I don't like people spying on me.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Then why did you creep in here so quietly?
Habit, my job. Look, I stopped by because I'm concerned about you.
What do you mean?
Well, I've heard that you're not happy here at the ISIS building.
Now, where did you hear that?
Around?
People are talking about me. Strangers are talking about me.
Oh, look, not at all. How can I explain it? Sometimes a new environment affects people in odd ways, and I just don't want people to get the wrong idea.
What kind of idea?
That it's the building that upsets you. Look, it's hard enough to get tenants as it is.
Get out.
Look, I'm just trying to be helpful.
You get out! Get out of my office!
They can't
get out of my office!
I didn't do to her, but she needs help. Get out of here! Are you? Calm down, Didi. Just take it easy.
Get away! Leave! Get out of here!
No, who's gonna hurt you, all right? Marty!
No! Get
Marty,
out!
go get Calvin, all right?
No! Don't take up on me!
Go!
No,
All right?
No!
Didi, come on, calm down, will you? Paramedic!
No!
What are you talking about? Calvin's not on the case. Calm down. Calm down. Easy. Take it easy. No one's gonna hurt you.
Tim Parker's wife had another baby, a boy. Old Tim was so excited he went screaming out of the squad room right in the middle of the book in a drunken disorderly. Then the drunk starts singing Melancholy Baby in about 4 different keys. I think it must have taken us an hour to calm him down.
How's Mitzi?
She's fine. You know, Mitzi would really like to come and see you.
No.
Jody's left the play, you know. Personal reasons. Hey, you remember when we first started dating, there was this movie that we went to see, Wind Chimes.
I remember.
Yeah, well, the girl who was the star of the movie took over Jody's part in the play, Shelley something or other. Anyway, Gavin says the box office is really picking up. Of course, Mitzi was a little miffed that she didn't get to play Elvira. But, you know, she and Cliff are doing great. We have dinner at the Rock Garden a lot.
The Rock Garden?
Yeah. You remember that time when Cliff tried to get us back together?
Cliff reserved a table for us at the Rock Garden, and then he told you that I wanted to see you, and then he told me that you wanted to see me.
That's right.
Cliff.
You know, things with the detective squad are...
All he wanted was for us to be happy.
Calvin! Morning.
Oh,
I couldn't go work at my own desk.
Calvin, do you resent the fact that I make more money than you do?
Didi.
That's what I told Dr. Carell.
Look, maybe we ought to discuss something else.
No, I'd like a straight answer. You look very uncomfortable.
I am.
Then I guess I must be right.
Look, I told myself that if you ever got out of here, I was never, ever going to lie to you again, so I'm not about to start now.
Good idea.
Okay, the truth is, yes, I have felt twinges of jealousy, I guess, but they're not about you, and they're not about your personal success. I guess it's just, somewhere inside, I guess I feel like I should be doing better than I am.
I think everybody feels that way at some time or other.
Yeah, well, you see, what I'm trying to do is balance that against the satisfaction that I get from my job. You know, the pleasure that I take in knowing that I actually help people.
I think somebody once said, it's not how far you've come, but how much you've enjoyed the trip.
Yeah, it's like, it's not how much money you make, but what you make of the job.
You really love being a cop, don't you?
Yeah, I guess I really, really do. You believe me?
Thank you for telling me the truth. It makes me feel a lot better.
It's an interesting idea, Mr. Nelson, but paranoia isn't catching.
Yeah.
If it were, in the times we live in, we'd all have it.
I know it sounds strange. You probably think I'm crazy, but I'm not.
No, I know you're not. I can tell these things.
Of course, you can tell these things. Isn't there some sort of emotional disease, though, that can be caught by a large number of people at the same time? Like mass hysteria. Isn't that sort of contagious?
Mass hysteria manifests itself in large groups, in sudden swells of emotion, which manipulate people into certain responses.
Like at political rallies or rock concerts.
Yes, exactly. But what you're talking about is a mental aberration that's transmitted from one person to another like a virus.
Right.
Yes, well, there's no such disease as you describe.
That's what everyone else has been telling me.
Well, don't look so disappointed.
There has to be some explanation for what's going on in this town.
Of course, if there were such a disease as you've described, it would be exactly what's wrong with Didi.
What? What'd you say?
I want to thank you, Mr. Nelson. You've given me, well, I've been looking at this thing from the wrong angle.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? You need to explain what you meant.
All right, this really is a much nicer room than the first place they had you in.
I thought I was dangerous. That place was more like a prison cell than a hospital room.
Believe me, it was much worse than a prison cell. I mean, I didn't know they actually still had places like that anymore.
You know what, Kelvin? People should not be forced to live in places like that.
I know.
Then why doesn't somebody do something?
Didi, you know, things just get kicked under the rug. I mean, reform is like a fad, you know? I mean, the newspapers print stories and people get shocked and the politicians demand answers and I don't know, I guess something positive happens somewhere along the way, but then that energy sort of fades and it gets replaced by something else in the headlines and there always ends up being just a whole lot of work that just doesn't get done.
Well, it's not enough.
You're really very serious about this, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And when I get out of here, I'm going to do something to help stir people up again. And I am going to get out of here.
Of course you are.
Hello. Thought I'd drop in again to say hello to my favorite patient.
You know, we were just plotting to rid the world of rooms like the one downstairs.
What do you think of the idea, Dr. Carell?
I think it's a marvelous idea.
Well, I've got to get out of here first.
When, Dr. Carell?
Not yet, but soon.
Look, Didi, I gotta take off.
Bye, Kelvin.
I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Hang in there, baby.
What are you looking at me like that for?
Didi, I'd like to ask you something.
What?
Do you think you're ill?
No, of course I don't think I'm ill. I'm not. Then again, I guess I must be, huh? Dr. Carell, could you help me, please?
Of course I will, Didi. I promise.
Kelvin, I have asked. I have begged Dr. Carell at least a dozen times.
And?
And it's the same thing over and over. She says that she can't release me until she's found the root of my problem. My problem? My problem is getting out of this hospital.
Look, Didi, please.
Calvin, no. You, please, help me. Talk to Dr. Carell. Make her listen. Make her understand that I am well enough to be released. What's the matter?
The matter, Didi, is that I love you.
Calvin, I don't understand.
Didi, listen to me. I'm trying to make you understand that I love you so that I don't want to risk making a mistake that might hurt you.
Oh, I see. What you're really saying is that maybe I should check into the hospital's yearly rates.
No, you know that's not what I'm saying, Didi. You have gotten a lot better since you've been here, but it's been such a short time, baby. Are you absolutely sure you are ready to be released?
Yes, I'm sure. I am sure. Safe. Calvin, no one is ever really safe. In here, out there, it's all the same.
Didi, I am scared. Now, I remember how you looked when they brought you in here. I don't think I could live with myself if I had anything to do with making that happen to you again.
But Calvin, I would still see Dr. Carell on an outpatient basis, but you've got to help me get out of here. Calvin, it may seem like a short time to you, but to me, every day has been an eternity.
Didi, you must know how much I want to help. You've got to know how much it kills me to see you in this place. The first time I came to see you here, there was so much fear and anger just coming up from inside.
Calvin, everybody has anger inside them. But most people are able to talk about it to the people who caused it. Even Dr. Carell says that my case is different. There is an outside influence that caused my fear and anger to grow. Calvin, don't you see that whoever it is that put me in this place is still out there somewhere? Now you say you want to help me? Well, then let me help you and Dr. Carell find some answers. Calvin, I've got to know the truth. If it's good or bad, I've got to know, and I can't find it out locked up in a mental ward.
I gotta hand it to you, lady. You really plead one hell of a case.
Then you will help me.
I will do everything I can, baby, to get you out of this place.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This could be the start of what might get you out of here. Dr. Carell is convinced that your illness was caused by some sort of outside catalyst.
Catalyst? What kind of catalyst?
Well, she doesn't really know, but there are at least a dozen other people in the ISIS building who have the same symptoms as yours, only not so severe.
Cliff said something like that to me a long time ago. Is he helping her?
No, she's working with Miles Kavanaugh. They're systematically gonna catalog all those cases.
See, I knew it. I knew there was nothing wrong with me. There had to be another reason. Calvin, I'm fine.
No, Didi. It's obvious that there was a lot of resentment and fear going on inside you. This outside force, whatever it is, just brought it out.
I never wanted to admit this to myself before, but Dr. Carell was right. About some of my feelings, there is a lot of anger there. And Calvin, I want to fight it. And I need you to help me.
Hello, Didi. We didn't wake you, did we?
I'm not much for sleeping these days.
You were right not to put this off until morning.
Calvin, did you?
I think you should just hear Dr. Carell out.
Didi, as a lawyer, you should be used to a lot of paperwork.
Paperwork.
Because that's the only thing that stands between you and the outside world.
Dr. Carell, are you saying that you're releasing me?
On one condition. That you promise to see me every day as an outpatient.
I promise. I promise.
Yes, and I'm gonna make double sure she keeps that promise, too.
Well, then, you're free to go in the morning.
can leave?
That's what the lady said.
Oh, I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Cliff, I've got some great news. Calvin is back from California, and we're going out to dinner tonight.
Oh, that's good. I hope you enjoy your dinner. Is there something else?
There was this truck driver carrying a shipment of 80 penguins to the local zoo. But halfway there, his truck broke down. But luckily, a second truck driver came by with an empty truck. And so the first truck driver said to the second truck driver, I've got a lot of money riding on this deal, so I'll give you $100 if you'll take these penguins to the zoo for me. So the second truck driver said, sure, piece of cake. Well, anyway, a tow truck came along a little bit later, fixed up the truck and everything. And by this time, the poor guy was really starving. So he goes to a local diner, and he's sitting there, and he looks out the window, and there comes a second truck driver walking down the street with 80 penguins walking behind him just like this. And the guy was furious. He runs outside and he says, hey, I thought I gave you money to take those penguins to the zoo. And the second guy said, well, I did, but I had some change left over, so now I'm taking them to the movies. That's a joke.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
I hope you enjoy your dinner with Calvin.
Thought for a minute you weren't going to open it.
Calvin, I really don't want any company. I told you that.
I know how you feel, Didi. Here are your aspirin.
Thank you.
Look, don't you think it would be better to just talk about it with somebody who cares?
Calvin, do you really expect me to believe that you're as worried about Troy as I am?
After all, Didi, he is your brother.
Calvin, that's not enough. I can't expect you to love him because I love him. I can't expect you to forgive Troy because I want you to. He killed a cop. One of yours. You've got to hate him.
Maybe, if he was someone other than who he is. Didi, I love you. And anybody and anything that's yours and that you love has to mean something to me.
Oh, Calvin. Calvin, what would I do without you? You know, I was hoping all day that you would call me. And I knew that I would ask you not to come over. But I was praying that you wouldn't listen. Oh.
Didi, I think about you so much. You know, sometimes I think that I could deal with anything that happened on the streets during the day, just if I knew I had you to come home to at night.
And what would you do about the night shift?
Well, it probably wouldn't matter since when I think about you, I can't tell day from night anyway.
Calvin, would you stay with me tonight?
I'm not going anywhere else.
I love you too, you know that, don't you? You always knew that. You always knew.
Well, I must admit, it has taken you a long time to coming around to say.
That's because it hurts so much to say it.
Well, that was before. And this is now.
Why, it's ironic that now should come on a night like tonight, isn't it? While you hold me, you talk about my brother. My brother, the fugitive.
Well, look, let's not talk about Troy, at least not just yet. Let's just be together.
Hello? Why, yes. Where are you, anyway? I just want to know, that's all. I think I'm entitled to know.
Didi, who's that?
It's Mitzi. Now, where did you say you were again?
No,
Where's
it's
that?
not Didi, it's Troy.
It's Carol.
I heard
Stop
you.
it!
Hello? No, you shouldn't have done that. You should have let me talk to him.
Why, so you could trace the call?
Didi, I would just have tried to talk some sense to him, that's all.
Well, do you think you could talk any better to him than his own sister? What were you going to say to him, Calvin? Huh? What were you going to do? Try to threaten him?
I was just going to try to make him understand, that's all.
Oh. Calvin, tell me something. Is that why you came over here tonight? Because you thought Troy might try to get in touch with me? What? Well, if you wanted so badly, why did you out there with the rest of the cops? Why aren't you out there with the bloodhounds chasing after
You are seeing this thing all wrong.
Now I know why you were so willing to spend the night with me. Because you thought Troy might come over here. He would get in touch with me. And then you could bring him in. You could be a big hero. You'd get a commendation and maybe even a...
Damn it, Didi, stop it!
Stop it! Just get out! Get out!
Open the door! We're coming out. All right. But don't make any cute moves. Here's the deal. Skip and I are going to get into that car together and we're going to drive off. Then I'll let him go as soon as I'm sure the cops ain't following me. But the minute I hear a siren, Skipper ain't going to grow a year older. Got it? Got it?
Yeah, we got it.
Well, you take it easy, Skipper, and you won't get hurt. Come on.
Now, just what do you two think you're doing?
Look, I'm taking Skipper with me. If anybody tries to stop me, I'll try.
Why? Who do you think you're kidding? You wouldn't hurt Skipper any more than you would a kitten. He knows that. I know that. And you know that. Skipper's been like a second father to you. Try! You don't hurt somebody who gave you your first baseball. Somebody who tied your shoes for you. Somebody who used to spank your behind when you needed it. Why don't you just knock it off, Troy, and forget all this play acting and just give yourself up? Troy, give me the gun! Give me the gun, Troy. Give me the gun. Give it to me.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to unite in holy wedlock this loving couple.
All right, here we go.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, the question is, will you feed me tomorrow? Well, let's go. All right. Gather around, men. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3.
Well, now all I need is a bride to go with it.
And who is that?
Oh, he's the paralegal who works in our firm.
Yeah, ambitious young guy going to school at night. He's graduating when? June?
Wait, I started night school last semester. Yeah. Business administration.
Way to go.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. From juvenile delinquent to businessman in a few short years.
Congratulations.
That's my brother. Didi, Calvin, you look lots more relaxed than you did before the wedding.
But of course, now's the time when the real worries begin.
Don't tell him that.
Well, it's too late to warn me. I've been married before.
Well, not to moi. Excuse me, but do you mind if I steal my husband away for a minute?
Of course not.
Now, that's one theft I heartily approve of.
Yeah, thank you.
What's up?
Calvin, have you noticed a certain amount of tension in the air that has nothing to do with wedding day jitters?
I certainly have.
What do you think is going on?
Well, I don't know, but judging from the way my best man and your maid of honor have been going at it all day, I'd say that one source of conflict is definitely right there.
Nice.
Oh, bride and groom are getting ready to leave, and I've got just the ammunition. Thank you all.
The bouquet.
Oh, I almost forgot. Okay, I won't look.
Hey! Bye, everybody. Thanks. So long. Right here.
Give it back to me. I was just getting to the good part.
Oh, you were sound asleep. You must have been dreaming about the good part.
Oh, yeah, well, I can read while I sleep. Yeah, it's a little trick I learned in law school. Oh, it must be late.
Yeah.
You just get here?
Yeah.
Oh, it took you so long.
Oh, Chris and I had some things we needed to talk about.
Well, that's nice. I'm going back to sleep so I can finish reading my book.
Okay.
Oh, Calvin. What's that?
Do you book readers have to have everything spelled out for you? What do you think it is?
Well, I like it. Patience, patience, patience. I'm not going anywhere.
When I look at you, patience is not one of the things that comes to mind.
Kelvin? Just remember what I said earlier. I just don't want to have a baby right now. Well, you can understand that, can't you?
Frankly, no. Look, Didi, we fell in love, we got married. The next most natural thing is to have a kid.
I'm not saying that I don't want one. I'm just saying not now.
Look, baby, we are not exactly fresh out of high school, you know? I mean, I don't want my son looking up at me from out of the crib and seeing a white-haired old man.
Kelvin, you're making it sound like we're waiting for rocking chairs and false teeth. We have lots of time.
Yeah, well, I happen to feel differently about that. Look, Didi, if we love each other as much as I think we love each other, it's time we start thinking about a family.
Calvin, don't make having a baby a measure of our love. It's not fair.
Yeah, well, that may be, but postponing a baby as an expression of our love isn't fair either. Well, here's your club soda, and the wine is on its way.
Good, you're gonna need it.
Okay, ladies, I think
It's time this little game was up. What's the big secret here?
You're on your own, okay? Good night. Okay, so you want the long or the short version?
Just talk to me.
We are going to have a baby.
You mean you changed your mind about Wade?
No, I mean I'm pregnant. Now.
Nah. You... Nah. Didi. Wait a minute. You're not telling me that now that this has happened, you don't... You do want to have it.
Yeah. I do want to be a mother.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. Oh, Didi. You're going to be a fantastic mother, too. All right, career mother, I know. But, look, we can make the adjustments. I know how important a law firm is, too.
Think maybe I can have the baby over the weekend and be back in court on Monday?
That might be a little too soon.
Yeah, I guess so. But I do want our baby and my career, too.
And your husband?